Test. Test. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hello everyone, I can see that 3 people are watching so far, so we're just, well, in about 5 minutes we're going to start the practice start, and then the race will start 15 minutes after that. Fifi, nice to have you here. Fifi, are you racing in this race, or are you in the next one? Yeah, so we're going to be racing at the Tsukuba go-kart circuit today. I think we have Atomic to thank for this choice of track. It's a go-kart track. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that a few times. It's a go-kart track. One more time. It's a go-kart track. And we're racing GT3 cars around here. If you didn't realise it, it's actually a go-kart track. So it's about a 50-second lap, somewhere around there. There's going to be... Oh, we've got Rod and Pollux, new team racing today, nice. It's a go-kart track with GT3 cars. So it's super narrow, 50-second or so lap. It must have like 10 corners. And the pit entry, the actual lane when you come in, the pit entry lane is the size of a go-kart because it's a go-kart track. So it's gonna be a very interesting race today. Now, we usually see the top guys finishing about a minute maybe ahead, based on like a 1 minute 40, 1 minute 50 lap, you know, a few kilometers. But not at Tsukuba. We're going to see. I think I'm going to estimate 4 blue flags for a single driver from the same blue flagging driver. So, for example, I think Shane may overtake someone 3 or 4 times. We don't know what's going to happen. If you're just tuning in, believe it or not, this is a go-kart track. Thanks, Atomic, for that. Right, so let's jump to the driver standings just to see what's going to happen at the end of this go-kart track. So currently in the driver standings, in first place we have the almighty Shane in the in the default car, and that's just a little rumor about the next race, with 122 points. In second place is teammate GR Broomer, 40 points down the road in 82, and in third place the Spinorama Drama top driver according to these points, 74 points he has in third. It's Atomic, the guy who chose this go-kart track. And that makes up the top three. Atomic's only, what's that, 8 points behind, and he's not going to be racing for the next 3 races because he's got exams. So I think he knew that this was going to happen, and he chose a go-kart track for the race that he wasn't going to be here. Very interesting tactic there. Now in 4th all the way down to 10th, we have Iceman Kimmy, Likala, Castle Racing, Tom, Havoc, Scotty, and Maximus. That's 4 different teams there. I won't go over the guys all the way down to P24 for now. We'll do later when I see who's joining. But in the team standings, we have a very interesting team standing. So wait for this. We've got Team Default on 243 points. Now, not far behind, only 21 points behind, we have the Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab on 222 points. And in joint second place, that's right, you heard it here first, we've got Spinorama Drama Patronus Racing also on 222 points, 3 minutes until practice race start. So there's 2 people tied for second place right now. And again, a bit further down, we've got Golden Arrows with 131 points in 4th, but only 8 points behind, we have the Bock and Calls with 123 points. So there's battles going all around at the moment. Even between 6th and 7th right now. BWT Racing Porsche GT3 team, that's a mouthful, 54 points, that's what she said, no she didn't. And in 7th place we've got GNL Porsche GT in last place currently, but there is a new team coming, so GNL may not be in the last place after this race, we'll have to wait and see. They have 22 points for now. So just to quickly go over the roster for you, just to let you know who's driving in which team, who are the team captains, and what are their numbers to look out for on the cars. I think I can do this in 2 minutes before the practice start begins. Let's have a look. I'll be quick. All right, in the Rich Energy new sponsor, Golden Arrows, we've got Max team captain Scotty, King Reaper, that's Pitch Black, and Shador. In the new Rod and Pollux team, we've got Ash Wilson, Grim, and Nick Figgy. In the GNL Porsche GT, we've got Norris, Jens, Cranker, and Randy Rocky. In the BWT Racing Point Porsche GT3 team, oh my goodness, we've got Fifi, Markov, YBN, Bounty, and a reserve driver of Volcanom. I think Volcanom's actually going to be racing today, so that should be fun. In the Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab, we have Jan, Iceman Kimmy, Castle Racing, and Thomas. In the Team Default, the championship leaders, we've got Shane, team captain, Broomer, Astro, Martin, Rudge, and that's it. And in the Spinorama Patronus Racing, we've got Likala team captain and Cool Hands Carter, that's misclick, sorry, who's replacing Atomic as a reserve driver or permanent. Don't know what happened, but there was some inner team dealings in Spino drama, and Atomic has apparently left. Not on good terms, but what's going around the paddock, what the media have got right now is just that it's a replacement whilst he's doing exams, but something happened between the team captain and Atomic, but I'll leave it there for now. And finally, in the Bock and Calls livery, we've got Bagpuss team captain Phil Bab, Platypus, and Nurse Mary. Now we've got, let's see, 11 people in the lobby, so we've got 3 missing so far. Let's just show you who's going to be actually racing in this race. We're going to have, starting in first, reverse championship grid order, we've got Ash Wilson, BJ Robbo, Racer Tay, Randy Rocky, Phil Bab, Cranker, Markov, Fifi, Platypus, Shador, Jan, Pitch Black, Astro, and Thomas. Now, it's the second half of the grid that are going to be in the first race today, and the faster race is going to be in race 2, starting at around 5 PM GMT. BST. Sorry, AJ, you've given me the wrong time zone bug there. So that's in about an hour and 15 minutes time. Race start should begin shortly. So we just got the message from Platypus. Let's go to the track and see what some of these guys are looking like right now. I'm going to switch to the variable cam. And let's check on the stream. So we've got Bounty, AJ, Fifi, Robbo Racer, Rod and Pollux. They've got their Rod and Pollux Fishing. Oh, nice. I think that's the name of... Oh, that's amazing. I didn't even realise. Rod and Pollux, wow. They got some new drivers for them racing today, it's nice to see, and I think that's everyone in the stream so far. Let's see if we can get some more guys. We need our hype men. Where are they? And whilst I'm just going to quickly get up a track map as well, because I have no idea what this track's like. Tsukuba track map. Right, and we've got the practice start here now, starting exactly on time, so we finally did it. Well done, guys. Let's have a look if everyone can pull away. There's only 11 guys in the lobby, though. There should be 14 or 15, I believe, so wonder what happened there. But whoever doesn't show up for the practice start will start at the back of the grid, so it's their own fault. So it's 11 corners, 12 corners, I beg your pardon, and we'll go through it after this practice start. Also, we've got Fifi starting a bit late, but everyone actually pulled away. That is very, very nice to see. So we should have a nice getaway from all of the people that showed up for the practice starts, as we see people disappearing from the race now because they're going back to the lobby to figure out their car settings, talking to their team about strategies, and so on. Yeah, Robert, so Super Bounty's got it right. There isn't actually a qualifying. We do it on driver standings reverse driver standings. So the person who is in first place today in the driver championship will race in race 2 and he'll start at the back of the grid. The person in second place will start in race 2 and he'll start in second to last place, and so on, based on the order of the teams. And in this race are the second half of the grid, according to the team. So this will have 2 drivers from each team who are currently in the second half of the grid, and they're going to be starting in reverse order. So the person right at the back is going to be starting in first place here today. That's how it works. If you want to know more, just join in to our Discord server. There will be a link in the description after this, and we'd love to have you there. We've had about 60 drivers around there. I think it's 57, I think, join us in the past week and a half alone, and that means we're going to have the D3 race split in 2 tonight. And it's going to be full. We're going to be 20 drivers in each one, and there's 10 that couldn't actually sign up because they're full. So that's how many new drivers that we have. It's going to be absolutely amazing to watch tonight. Good luck, Rod and Pollux. Vilsec, great of you to join us here. Jerry. Race going to start in about 10 minutes time. Fifi saying that his car decided to put him into reverse. That's very interesting. And I'm just gonna try and get Bagpuss's attention. So how many? We have 11. There's still not enough, guys. Come on, let's go, let's go. Robert Siska, oh, hey, Show. How you doing? Didn't know your name was Robert there. So for anyone who's interested in Formula 1, we're going to be having a special event. Lika's here as well. Hey, Lika. We're going to be having a special event organised by Show Crime. That's Robert Siska here. This Wednesday, I believe. I won't give you all the details yet because it's going to be announced later today once the admin F1 approve it. But it's going to be 2 25% races at different venues with 2 qualifyings too. So it's not going to be the reverse grid special event like we usually do. It's going to be 2 separate venues. One of them is going to be a really difficult track, and one of them is going to be an important track for the F1 drivers this week. I'm sure that doesn't give anything away. If you're just tuning in now, we are racing at a go-kart track with Group 3 cars, just in case anyone didn't realise that Tsukuba was a go-kart track. And we're going to start the race in exactly 10 minutes time. Markov has just told us that that he hasn't updated his game. So he's currently doing the very quick download and the very long installation, and he may not make it, unfortunately. So that's already 1 driver down there. Now let's just see who else is missing from this current lineup to see if I can grab their attention. somewhere. We've got Platypush, we've got Ash there, that's great. We've got BJ and Racer Tay. Oh, we've got another, is that another driver just joined us? Don't think so. Then we've got Phil Babb. Can I see Phil Babb? I can't see Phil, he still needs to join. Cranker is not here. Markov is not here. Fifi is here, that's great. Platypus and Shador, they are both here. Yes, they are. Jan and Pitch, we've got Pitch Black here, we've got Jan here, great. And finally Astro and Thomas. Thomas is here and Astro is not here. Oh, he is here, of course, in 10th place right there. Great. So we're missing just 4 drivers, 2 of which I don't think are going to show up, so we should have 13. I think 10 anyway is going to be enough to have an amazing race here, full of carnage, full of overtakes, full of blue flags, full of everything that you possibly want out of a go-kart track. Jan has left the room. That's not good. And he's rejoined. That's good. Vilsec. Looks like Vilsec guessed it right. I'm sorry if I gave it away. I thought I gave really hard clues. Clearly I need to work on that. Just 7 minutes to go, guys, until we start. If you are interested in F1, joining at F1, it would be great if you could watch our races yesterday. We had an absolutely amazing D1 race. We saw Carter take his first D1 win here in Season 2. We saw lots of drama at Spinodrama, otherwise known as Ferrari. They just couldn't catch any luck whatsoever. We saw both Alphas finishing in the top 5, extending their championship lead, I believe. And then that was just in D1. Lots of incidents, but lots of racing incidents. A lot of them people finished as well. We had one of our fastest guys stints in DNFing, actually, the only one in D1 possibly. And then in D2 we had it all going again. I think we had 1 safety car. I think we had 2 or 3 virtual safety cars. We had one of the fastest drivers on the grid get an undeserved drive-through penalty. I won't say who it was. But currently we've got 2 teams, parent and child, Red Bull and Toro Rosso, equal on team championship points. Really interesting stuff going on in D2 right now. You may as well have said 1 is Monaco and 1 is Mexico. No, my clues were way better than that. A really hard track, no one would have ever guessed Monaco. Oh, we've got Maximus giving us some insider info from the paddock right now. He's saying, where's the talk about me signing a new main sponsor? Actually, Max, that's one of the first things I said when I started the stream. Max has picked up Rich Energy. How he did it, no one knows, but he has managed to secure it, and he's now racing under a slightly, let me emphasize that, slightly new livery, which the admin, in the most corrupt way possible, approved. I just want to get that out there now. Admin GTS, at them at Discord if you have any problems with that. It's not me, guys, it's the admin GTS. But they approved it, and he's now got a new badge on his car, I believe. So in his team today, I believe it's Shador. He's starting in 7th, and Pitch Black as well, starting in 9th. So keep an eye on that livery. Tell you what, let's go to the spectator cam right now, and we'll see if we can see one of them. Shador is in 3rd place right now. Let's jump to him. Now, very nice nice livery. It's definitely in the top 3, I believe, for the best livery of the season award. Let's see if we can see it. Max, give me a heads up if you can point out where it's going to be. Oh, there it is, right on the front fender. You can see Rich Energy bang in the center, where rumor has it an OFR logo should be. I'm not sure how he managed to get away with this, but the OFR logo has disappeared from the front of his car. Anyone watching, feel free to submit a report to let us know that there's no OFR, and they will be penalized, so make sure you do that. Team default title sponsor will be having a word with Rich Energy. Yeah, I think you should. That is definitely not allowed, and it's definitely not allowed to remove the OFR logo, especially coming from an admin GTS. But there is Shador with number 98 racing his livery hard. We've got Phil Babbage behind him. Thanks for showing up there, Phil, in that Brock and Coles livery. 2 beautifully placed OFR logos on his front fender. How it should be. How it should be. Leaker's already reporting. I mean, yeah, you should. This is not allowed. I don't know how that managed to get past the admin GTS. Corruption. But yeah, do it. Oh, and look at that. Phil Babbage sliding one of the Golden Arrows off the road, probably in retaliation for this lack of proper sponsorship placement. And now he's coming into contact with the BWT as well. Phil needs to take it easy. There we've got the default car, another one of these cars who is in the top standing right now for livery of the season. And look at that. That is, I believe, the new Rod and Pollock's car. Absolutely stunning vehicle there. Nice Union Jack on the back there, representing. Nice OFR logos on the front fender. Big old slap sticker on the back as well. Anyone sees that, they will know it's OFR immediately. Leak is asking for a team ban for the rest of the season. Well, give it to the stewards and see what they decide. However, one of the Spinorama Drama's team members is in fact a permanent steward, so who knows how corrupt the stewards has now begun. Has now become, sorry, I'm losing my words here. Race is starting in just 2 minutes, guys. Beautiful livery by Rod and Pollux there, I must say. I know I'm not just being biased because it has a Union Jack on it. I'm being biased because that OFR logo looks pristine, shining on that metallic paint there. Absolutely beautiful. Scott, thanks for joining us. Robo Racer, nice to see you. Shane is here as well, nice to see you too. And hopefully we're going to have an amazing go-kart race today. If anyone's just tuning in, and if you didn't know, we're racing at a go-kart track today. Atomic picked it, and I think he picked it because he knew that he was going to be not racing today. I reckon we're going to see an entire second half of this race with blue flag after blue flag. There's going to be lots of incidents, not that we want that, but there are going to be some things to look out for that may make the stream even more entertaining than it already is. Rod and Pollux Fishing, he's saying, love that car, proud to sponsor the team. Well, there you go. If anyone's interested in Rod and Pollux, let me just see if that's actually a company. Let's have a look. Rod and Pollux. Let's hope he doesn't come up with anything disgusting. Oh, here we go. Rod and Pollux Fishing. There we go. Cod fishing on the rocks. Absolutely fantastic. We've got our first official sponsor. You can check them out on Facebook, I believe. You can also Google them and find out. You can get their YouTube channel too. But I'm going to stop promoting Rod and Pollux for now because we are going to be focusing on online Formula racing here at the go-kart track. Race starting in just under 30 seconds. Get ready, guys. This is going to be an absolute spectacle. Predictions, guys. We've got Racer Tay, new driver starting in first. What are your predictions? Where do you think these guys are going to finish? Quickly going to just check Discord to make sure anything strange is going on in the admin. Doesn't look like it. Everything seems to be in order, and we are going to be starting very, very soon. So here we go, guys. I'm going to be commentating alone today. Lex is practicing for his Japan track Suzuka in F1 later tonight, so I'm going to be on my own. I will try my very best to keep it as entertaining as possible. This is my first time commentating on this track, first time coming to this go-kart track, and I'll do my best. So, here we go. 5 seconds to go, guys. Right, so it's a clockwise circuit. It's a 12 corner circuit, 14 if you're racing the motorcycle track. It's going to be a really tricky first corner, heavy braking, tight turning, long hairpin. Well, let's just say it's a long run 180 right-hander, actually, not so much a hairpin. We've got one driver out. I can only see 10. There were 11. I think there was 12 at one point as well. So sadly, I think that's Jan who may have lagged out. We'll have to wait and see, but we're just waiting for these cars to rev up now. Let me make sure you can see everything. There you go. And we're away. So it looks like, oh, people got a pretty slow start, and Racete has zoomed ahead. How did he get in front there? I do not know. Fifi's looking down the inside already. He's not going to be able to get anything done right now. We've got Shador sliding through turn 1 as they come round turn 2 now into this really fast chicane at 3-4 and into the hairpin at turn 5. Racete is ahead, but you can see how slow the parts of this track are. He's not going to get away from the drivers, but him and Fifi have actually pulled away a fair bit here. Jan's just rejoined, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to race now, unfortunately. But there goes Fifi and Racete breaking away with it as they are now coming into turn 10 and 11. A lot of these corners are actually separate corners, the entry and the exit, because it's a go-kart track. And now Racete has just disappeared. And Bagpuss is saying exit. Ah, okay, so I think we're going to have a restart here because something went wrong. Yeah, everyone is exiting. We're going to restart. Not sure what happened there. Let's see if we can get some info. Let's see if anyone in the stream can let me know what happened. Max is asking for a restart. Oh, Max has said restart. Golden Arrows, Better Do Well or Rich Energy will drop their sponsorship for poor performance. Interesting. Yeah, I need to know what happened there, guys. Why is there a restart? Is it because of Jan? Or did people... Ah, it may be because people started out of order. That could be why. Oh, someone got a jump... Did Racete jump start? Someone's saying in the stream that someone got a jump start. Is that how Racete managed to jump ahead? Oh, interesting. Let's just check on Discord quickly to see if there's any Spinorama drama going on. Jan disconnected as we pressed start, so we restarted straight away. Ah, okay. Right, so we're going to have a restart, guys. Just bear with me 1 second. Oops. Let's get that off the screen. And we're going to be starting again now. Okay, great. So, we are back. I'm going to jump to spectator cam to make sure I do not miss the start. And we've got the final beginning again. So, sorry for that restart, guys. It's because Jan disconnected. And we're going to give him one more try. His connection is looking a bit unstable, but we'll see if he can stay this time round. So, race is beginning now. We're going to have a restart. Sorry about the restart again. But, let's go. Dum-da-da-dum. So, it's Ash Wilson in first in that Rodham Pollux and BJ Robbo in second in the default. Then we've got Racete in the Spinorama Drama in third place. Let's see if he can get as good a start as he did previously. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Let's make sure we have the telemetry up there revving. Waiting for lights out. It's lights out, and we are away. So again, he actually got a pretty decent start, as did Fifi. Is Fifi in first place? Yes, he is. As they come up to turn 1, Fifi's turning in right now. Let's see if he can keep it. He can, but he's got the Spinorama Drama around the outside, but he's managed to tuck his car into the inside as they are going through the 3rd, 4th, and 5th corners here. Here's turn 5, exiting turn 6 now, and Fifi is ahead as we see the default car go wide there, and Phil Babbage suffering from understeer as he's going through. Fifi is now coming round turn 7, approaching turn 8. He's got Racer Tay right behind him. Can Racer Tay keep him behind? Let's see. Look how close he is looking at this onboard. He is very, very close behind here. He may be able to get the run as he goes down this back straight after turn 11 on the run up to the long right-hander at turn 12. Again, Fifi and Racer Tay have pulled away from this pack. Fifi turns in. Can he keep it in, tucked in like he needs to? Yes, he can. Now he's allowing it to push wide slightly. Misses that outside curb, and now Racer Tay's looking down the inside. Can he do a late braking move here? He does brake late, but can he keep it? It looks like he can, and it looks like Racer Tay has now taken that position. Phenomenal start to this race, but Fifi's fighting back. He is not going to give up. They come to blows. They're pushing each other slightly wide. Both of them are still on track, however. This is going to be an absolutely fantastic race. I've never seen Fifi perform so well on the first couple of laps. Let's hope his consistency has improved, and let's hope he can get back to hard racing like Fifi in the old days. Here he comes up to the hairpin at 10 and 11, and he's still ahead. Now we've got a bit of a battle going on for 3rd, 4th and 5th, but I'm going to stick with the top 2 for now because they are so close. They're coming up the back straight now into turn 12. Let's see if they can keep it clean again. They can. It looks like Racer Tay in the Spinorama drama had a little bit of understeer that he had to correct, but he has a far better exit now, and he is again almost side by side by Fifi. Let's see if he can outbrake him. No, he cannot. Fifi tucks in, takes the racing line, and squeezes round turn 2 there, leaving enough space for Racer Tay, who is trailing him by about 0.3 of a second right now. Coming through the chicane at 3, 4 and 5. Fifi is still looking solid. I am going to jump a little bit further down the grid right now because we have these 3 racing hard. Shador in the Golden Arrows Rich Energy new sponsorship is trailing 5th and 4th place. Quite closely cutting the corner there is Tom in the Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab car. This race is amazing so far, and Fifi is still ahead in 1st and 2nd place here. Now, we've got a car going a little bit deep there. Was it Noah? He's come back on track. He looks okay. And Fifi's still ahead. Now, I'm going to see who that was, and I'm going to watch a replay to see what happened there. So, let's jump back quickly and see what happened. So, looks like it's BJ, Robbo. He turns in. He's looking quite solid as he's coming through 8 and 9. Into 10 and 11. Oh, he goes. Oh, it's not. It's his teammate Astro. There we go. It was Astro who actually made the mistake there, and now he's in last place. But let's check. Racer Tay has actually overtaken Fifi. We missed that, unfortunately, but we're going to jump to the replay and see when it took place. So it looks like it was into turn 1. Let's see if he got it done here. He broke that a little bit later. Fifi tried to do the switchback, but Racer Tay had planted his car clean on the inside and made sure he defended against Fifi's BWT Racing Point Force India Pink machine, and he's now ahead. So congratulations there, Racer Tay. Debut race, and it's looking like you're having a good race so far. And now Jan is pushing Fifi now, looking for that 2nd place. He's looking down the inside as well as he's going into turn 12. He's not going to do it though because Fifi takes that inside line. Yeah, Fifi is doing a solid job right now. Now, looking down, it looks like the gaps have started to be created, in between these drivers. Jan's pushing Fifi wide there. Jan, that was a bit cheeky. Let's see if he left him enough space. So here they go, round turn 12. It must have been into turn 1 then. Yeah, and that seemed a little bit cheeky on Fifi there. So Fifi's braking, and he just doesn't have any space. I'm not sure if he understood, but Jan did not leave him enough space there. Tensions, I believe, between the BWT and Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab at turn 1. Not good to see there. More drama outside Spinorama. Now, we're looking at a very close battle between 3rd and 4th right now. That's Tom in the Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab and the Golden Arrows of Shador, Team Captain Maximum, who's currently under investigation for misplacement of OFR logos. Let's see if his top driver, I believe, can do anything to Tom in the Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab. A lot of tension between these two teams, actually. The Golden Arrows actually poached a driver from Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab, Scotty, I believe it was, and Team Captain Jan was not happy at all. And it looks like they have instructed their team members to take it out on track. So we might see something impressive here between these two drivers. But I'm going to jump back up to 3rd. First, Racer Tay is 1.3 seconds ahead already. He's pulling away. everyone else is just gone through turn 5, so no blue flags yet. I reckon another 10 laps we might be able to see some. Got a bit of action going on in the stream right now, so I'm going to jump to these guys and see what's going on. Lika saying that was Carter move 2.0. Ooh, he's referring to the D1 race in F1 yesterday where Carter pushed Ease out wide. I expect we're going to see a racing report from Fifi about that, but I am going to jump down to 3rd and 4th because these two are still battling. We've got Show agreeing with those guys, and Super Bounty saying that he's using all the track. Yeah, Jan didn't leave him enough space there. He used all of the track that he wasn't entitled to. Oh, bit of a collision there between Shador. Oh, he almost reverses onto the track and hits the other golden arrows. What did I tell you? I'm telling you, Max and Jan have told these drivers to take it out on track. They have come to blows, and this is what happens when simple disagreements go too far. Guys, you need to learn your lesson. Right, let's jump back and see what happened there. So, as they were coming through, Shador looks around the outside into turn 1. He doesn't get it. Tom does good defense there, but then he looks down the inside and shoves him off road. That was Carter 5.0. That was aggression at its finest. Very interesting move there, Max. What is going on there? Race leader is dropped back a bit. Jan, who barged Fifi in the BWT off the road, is now only 5/10 behind the race leader, Racer Tay, in the Spinorama drama. What's going on here, guys? So, here they come, up to turn 7. Round turn 7 they go. I'm seeing a lot of overtakes right now in places where you wouldn't expect it, but that's because most of these overtakes have been very, very aggressive. Now, I do want to point out that it is super hard to overtake because we're at a go-kart track. Yeah, believe it or not, this is a go-kart track, and we are racing GR3 cars here. Unbelievable. And that is why people are... Oh, nice late braking by Tom, but he can't keep it. Phil Babbage takes advantage of the cutback, and now Tom is under pressure by the Bockencore's second runner, Platypus right now, who is hosting the session. Tom's looking around the outside. He's under pressure from the Bockencore's right now. He's sandwiched between them. Let's hope that sandwich is kosher. But Phil Babbage goes wide. Oh, no, he's gone wide, and he's lost out 4 positions there. Super unfortunate. I thought he was going to make an entry into the pit lane there, but he is not. He's now running down in last place. Jan currently has the fastest lap with a 53.1. Vilsek, how's my commentary doing? I don't want to be stuck on one driver too long. You know how that goes as we see Platypus spinning there. Let's look at a replay of that and see what happened to him because I caught it right at the last minute. So he's coming round turn 1 and 2 now. He's looking nice and steady as he's coming up to 3. Oh, Tom's looking down the inside and he comes into contact with Platypus, and Platypus spins, unfortunately. We are going to have lots of incident reports here. This is not looking like solid racing so far that you'd expect from these drivers. I wonder what's going on in Bockencore's Bagpuss. Can you give us any information? Vilsek, I'm so thankful you like this. I'm trying to switch as much as possible. We have got someone in the pits right now. Unfortunately, GTS doesn't give me the full list of drivers, so I'm not quite sure who it is. It's Pitch Black. There we go. It is Pitch Black. He's come out of the pits and he is in 5th place right now after pitting. Pretty good job. He's put on the soft tyres. Everyone's not going for the obvious super soft choice here. Racer Tay started on the softs as well, as you can see. Jan started on the super softs. That might be why he managed to close this gap so quickly, but his tyres must be dropping off. You can see how worn his front left tyre is there, almost half away. We had Shador starting on the super softs as well. Tom on the super soft. Pitch Black, of course, on the softs now. He's pitted. As we got Racer Tay in the pits, let's see what Racer Tay puts on. I'm just going to take a sip of water. Bagpuss saying that Platypus is not happy with that incident with Tom. I wouldn't expect he was either. That was very, very aggressive. Let's hope he can get those positions back. Maybe some pit stop drama might help him out here. But there goes Racer Tay in the Spinorama drama as he comes round turn 1. He's come out in 3rd place. Jan, who is yet to pit, is still running out in 1st place, and he's 9 or almost 10 seconds ahead of Shador, currently in seconds. We do have another driver in the pit right now. It is the default car of BJ Robbo, and Phil Babbage is in the pits as well in the Bock and Calls car. Let's hope these two can get this race back. He's currently just outside of the points, Phil Babbage is, but points are not unexpected here. Anything can happen. We've seen how dangerous it is to overtake here. We've got a bit of a battle going on for 2nd and 3rd right now. Spinorama drama. Racer Tay is chasing down the golden arrows. Shador. Now, there is also some drama, not so much in GTS, but F1 between team captains of Spinorama drama and golden arrows. Now, you have to go back all the way to F1IR, our previous name, F1 International Racing, where Max and Lika battled almost every single lap of every single race. Check out our OFR highlights video that we can post a link to that will show you exactly how dangerous, but fair, these guys raced each other. I don't know if that's an oxymoron or something, who knows. But they raced each other hard, and I imagine there's still some bit of a rivalry between them, so they could be on the phone, over the radio to their drivers now, telling them to push as much as possible. Now jumping down the grid, Vilsek, don't worry, I am remembering to switch driver. We have Astro just 5 tenths ahead of Fifi in that beautiful pink car. Also a contender in the top 3 liveries this season so far. He's very close behind Astro right now. He has pitted. He's on the fresh super softs with about, I don't know, 5% wear on them, so he must have done 2 laps on them so far. He's looking pretty solid as Shador now pits. That moves him up to 4th place. Let's see where Shador comes out. He's come out just ahead of Fifi. Oh no, oh, Fifi's gone off the track. Oh no, Fifi. What happened there? I can't actually see you right now. Are you still off the track? Oh no, you managed to get through. Okay, that must have been a glitch there because it looked like you slid off the track there. But he has, yeah, Shador's come out right behind Fifi on the fresher tyre. But let's have a look at Shador's tyres. Shador's on the soft, whereas Fifi is on the super softs with 1 lap extra fuel. So there we go. Fifi's got it all to do now to keep Shador behind, at least until the next pit stop. And it looks like we've got a bit of a battle going on between these 2 drivers here, Pitch Black and Platypus, looking to get those positions back. Let's stay with these guys and see how they get on. How are you finding the stream, guys? Make sure you like and subscribe. I don't want to be like a feeder or anything like that, but it does help us out, so make sure you do it, or else. But yeah, lots of drama going on so far. We've got 2 guys going side by side. I'm not quite sure who it is because this game doesn't give us much info about the drivers that are currently on track. I can't catch it. There we go. It's between Fifi and Pitch Black again. They are side by side as they're coming up through 4 now into 5. A little bit of contact between these 2. They're keeping it clean. They're not using all of the track. They're not pushing each other too wide. Bit of contact though, but clean. It's still clean. Until I say it's clean, and then Fifi almost gets pit maneuvered by Shador, but Shador is now ahead. I reckon Fifi could have pitted him back there, but he's keeping it clean. He wants this podium victory for him. He definitely wants it, and he wants to keep it clean, make sure he doesn't get any grid play penalties awarded by the stewards. AJ's asking how comes we gained 2 subs on the stream, because I mean, what can I say? I'm just brilliant. No, I'm kidding, of course. Lika saying, remember to like the stream, guys. Thanks, Lika, for helping us out. Lika, one of our longest standing OFR ambassadors. Always got our back. Nice to see. Now, still this battle going on for first place between Jan and Racer Tay. I have not forgotten about this, guys. And Hype Man Pingu Santiago Rique has arrived. Good to have you here, Pingu. Mr. Miyagi, as Bounty likes to call him. That's Lika, beg pardon. But here comes Racer Tay again. Let's jump to the onboard and see what he can do. He switches to the outside. Can he outbrake him? No, he can't, and that's because Jan is a seasoned, tested driver. Castle has joined us as well. Nice to have you here, Castle. Santi, I don't know what that pronunciation was. I really don't know. I'm just hyped right now because this race is so entertaining. If you didn't know, Santi, this is a go-kart track. So, moving up to the field again, it looks like the top 2 runners are not that far behind. 4 corners behind the back of the pack right now. So, blue flags coming soon. I estimated lap 10 and then 16, but it's still not happening, so I'm going to go with lap 30. Let's see if we can get them by lap 30, but I am going to jump to the back of the pack because these 2, the Rodden Pollocks of Ash Wilson and the Bock and Calls, 2 fantastic names, of Phil Babbage, are racing each other pretty hard right now. As is part of all this contact, he pushes Phil wide slightly, and you can see he's lifting to let him past. Good racing there, guys. But where has he gone? Oh, he spun. Oh, that's unfortunate. He lifted to allow him to pass, but he just got too messy on the recovery, unfortunately. And Ash is just going to have to race away, otherwise it's going to affect his race too much. Nice to see that you at least tried it. Broomer's in the chat as well. Nice to have you here, Broomers. AJ asking, why don't I get that introduction? AJ, that's because the first message you sent in this stream was simply trolling. If you were a bit nicer, AJ, you'd get it too. But I'll give it to you. Now, moving back up, we've got, again, this battle going on between Platypus and Robbo here, coming into contact slightly as they are coming through turn 12 here. Platypus is so close behind right now. Let's jump to the onboard and let's look behind. You can see there, he's looking down the inside. He might have got it done. Has he got it done? Almost, not quite yet. But now Tom is trying to get in on this battle as well, as they almost go 3 wide there through 3, 4, and 5. But they keep it sensible and go back into the train carriage position. Ooh, Robbo looking really messy as he's coming through 8 now. 7, sorry, through 8 now, and then 9. He needs to keep that car more under control as they get into 10 and exit. Oh, there's a bit of contact again between these two. Let's jump to the onboard just to see how close he actually is. He is very close. Oh, Robbo kind of shut the door there, but I think he was entitled to that actually. I think Tom was a little late on the brakes and he's done it. Well done. He's managed to do it. Very nice liveries. They contrast so well against each other there. Very, very nice to see. But let's go back up to the race leader, who is currently Jan, who's almost run away with it now. Racer Tate 2 seconds behind. Wonder what happened there. Sorry I missed that, guys. But there was a lot going on in the midfield. They are getting closer and oh, there you go. First back marker. It was lap 19. So let's see if he moves out the way. I'm not sure how to get back to the cockpit cam. I'm struggling to do it here. Now, this could allow Racer Tay to catch back up. He's actually caught 2 seconds there, and Jan's now got that maneuver done. And you can see the gap has risen again to 2.2 seconds. So by overtaking Phil Babbage there, Jan just gained 4/10 on Racer Tay. And now Racer Tay is going to get slowed down even more, attempting to follow. Now there is a very big battle going on here as we see Astro spin, unfortunately. Let's jump back and see what happened. So here they come, round turn 1. They get through turn 2 quite cleanly. Tom is right behind them. Astro's in that default car there. Tom's looking around the outside as they go through 3 and 4. Tom cuts the corner, comes back on track, and to rub salt on the wound, touches his rear as they go up to turn 5. And that causes him to spin even more. That's really unfortunate there. Default and Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab are not going to be happy. Jan is coming up to one of the default cars now, and has he been instructed? He might have been, to hold him up a little bit. I don't know, but he did go into a defensive move there as Jan was trying to overtake as Astro comes in to the pits now. A lot of team rivalries today, a lot. Santi, that's Pingu, saying RIP Ash. How is he going to take care of the Pokemons now? Good one, Santu. That's a joke that I can relate to. And Sho saying they are all aggressive. They are, but I think it's just because of how narrow this go-kart track actually is. It's so difficult to overtake, and I think people are just getting very, very impatient. Racer Tay has just pitted, I believe, for fresh, soft tyres. Jan hasn't pitted yet. You can see he's got about 2.5 laps of fuel left. Let's just stick with Jan to see if he will come into the pits now to defend against the undercut. He's coming up to the pit entry. He's keeping his car on the left side though, so I don't think he is going to pit. No, he's going to stay out. And he's going to do another lap at least. So we've still got a big battle going on between the Bokken Calls and the Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab. Platypus has worked his way back up to 5th place, which is very, very nice to see. And we've got Tom trailing behind in the Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab in 6th. We've got Bagpuss in the chat now saying local paint shops are going to make a killing fixing up these cars afterwards. By local paint shops, I think he means Bokken Calls here in Leeds. Another official sponsor, I kid of course, for the Bokken Calls livery here. Tom's actually closed up a fair bit to the back of Platypus right now. He's taking a lot more of the outside curb at 12 as well to try and get much of a runoff as possible to gain his speed. AJ saying, guys, it's a go-kart track. Don't steal my thunder. Yeah, Santu, there's definitely going to be drama in the blog later today. Oh, as we see a bit of a shove there by Tom on Platypus. Tom braking just at the right moment to not cause too much force on the rear of Platypus right there. Bagpuss is asking whether Tom can keep it clean now. Let's wait and see. In a drama between these two teams again, but there's lots of just the kind of double battles going on right now. Shador's in the pits. We've got a battle going on for 5th and 6th right now. We've got a battle going on for 6th and 7th and 8th, and then another battle going on for 9th and 10th. Let's have a look what's going on here. So Pitch Black, always gone a little bit wide in the Golden Arrows car there, is hunting down the Rod and Pollux of Ash Wilson, trying to get that 7th place. That's a mighty 6 points that his team so desperately needs to catch back up to joint 2nd place in the championship right now. Let's hope he can do it. And then looking slightly further down, we've got BJ Robbo. Oh, that's a back marker. That's Jan overtaking BJ Robbo, but BJ Robbo somehow managing to keep up with him. Interesting. So, pretty eventful race so far, but it is starting to cool down a bit. If anyone wants to join me in the commentary box, feel free to do so if you have the game. But Jan, let's see the lead that he currently has. He currently has a 10-second lead on Racer Tay. He still hasn't pitted though. He's going to be coming in now. You can see him moving to the right side of the track. Let's see where he comes out. So here he comes into the pits, and let's see what tyres he is going to put on. So he's just starting the refuel now. Racer Tay has just gone through. Actually, where is Racer Tay? He's just gone through turn 1, so Racer Tay's actually jumped in there. But Jan, well, Racer Tay will have to pit in the next 3 or 4 laps. So it's basically going to be which driver can pit the least amount of times between the top 2 so far. Jan very cleverly comes out ahead of Astrosmurf, so he managed to time that pit stop perfectly, because being stuck behind the back marker costs you so much time here. It's very detrimental. AJ, you're doing a very good job. Thank you for hyping up this chat. And we've got, let's just jump down the field slightly as we see Platypus battling right in between Tom in the Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab, and Shador looking round the outside of the corner at 2 there to see if he can make a move on the Bokken Cause. Let's hope Shador can keep it a little bit cleaner now as he's following Platypus to 4th place. Let's hope he can. Ooh, see a little bit of a drift there from Platypus, and now Shador sneaking down the inside and taking advantage of that little bit of a mistake from Platypus there. Well done, Shador. So they come out of the hairpin at 10 and 11 now, and they are running down the back straight. Slipstream's not that effective around here because you know, it's just so hard to pull away from that really tight corner at turn 11, and it means you're kind of limited on how much throttle you can apply until the car is up to about 3rd gear, and then you can start to pull away. But by that time the car in front has pulled away that gap as Platypus looks down the inside but manages to brake in time. VR, good to have you with us as well. If you guys haven't checked out our website, make sure you do. It's onlineformularacing.co.uk. There's an Easter egg hidden there actually that no one has seemed to find yet. VR, I wonder if it's possible that I could give them a little clue. I promise it will not be like my special event clue that Vilsec managed to guess so quickly, but it will be a good one. If you give me permission, I will do it. But yeah, that's onlineformularacing.co.uk. You can see all of our leagues, you can see all of our results, our standings, our past races, our past videos, our blog as well that Bagpuss and Castle have been contributing to, and which any driver can actually contribute to, as we see Platypus come into the pits right now as well. So again, everyone's pretty spaced out on the track. The clue for the Easter egg is let's see. Luck comes in 3s. Luck comes in 3s. There you go. That's the clue, and I will not say it anymore. So we've got 2 guys in the pits. One of them has just pulled away. That was that Shade? I can't quite tell. No, it wasn't Shador. It might have been Platypus. It was Platypus. You can see he's on those fresh super softs. His Bokken Cause livery looking a bit worse for wear right there. He's had a lot of contact with drivers. I doubt it's contact with the walls because it's a bit, you know, hard to actually touch the wall here. But he's now catching up again to Tom, who's 7/10ths ahead. Let's check on the tyre life of Tom's tyres. He has also just pitted, and he's got fresh super softs as well. So expect this battle to last a fair few laps. We have passed the halfway point, so we should be finishing on time. We will be finishing in about 20 minutes time. We've got Ash Wilson in the pits as he's just come out of the pit. No, he's still in the pits. Let's see if we can catch him. There he is. He's changing his tyres now. At this rate, these guys are going to be pitting 5 or 6 times, I believe. Interesting. These soft tyres aren't even lasting that long, as we see Ash go onto the medium tyre. Blue flags being shown as well to some of these drivers. We've got a big chain of drivers actually coming up right now. We'll stick with Racer who's managed to make his way through that, 2.6 seconds ahead of Jan right now. I bet Lika is very happy to his reserve driver's performance, or permanent driver. Lika, I'm not really sure how this is working. So is Carter a permanent driver? Has Atomic lost his seat? And is Racer the new rising star in Spinorama drama? Would love to know. That Spinorama car looking very beautiful with the light shining off it there. Lika, if you're in the party with Racer, get him to flash his lights. It looks amazing on the stream. Right, moving down to 8th place right now. We've still got pitch black in between 2 back markers. Jan is right behind him, but behind him is 9th place of Ash Wilson, who will be looking to catch back up to pitch black as soon as possible. What do you guys think about the best livery so far? Let me know what your comments, your thoughts in the comments section, please. So far, we've had a lot of support for the Golden Arrows, and also Fifi's at BWT. Carter Lundy has just joined. Carter, unfortunately, you're about 32 minutes late for the race. What happened there, buddy? We've only got one Spinorama drama car racing around right now. Bagpuss is saying that Bock and Calls clearly has the best race livery. Carter is saying it's Spinorama. Although he's not racing in Spinorama right now, Carter. You could have helped with the promotion of your livery if you're a racing boy. Who else do you guys think has a good livery, as we see Jan managed to jump pitch black now, the back marker, and he's closed the gap down to Racer to just 5 tenths. So the battle for first is back alive right now. Let me switch back on and let's see how well these guys can drive with around 25% worn tyres. Racer look at that left tyre. It is about 75% worn. These tight and long right-handers are going to be super difficult for him to get round this track right now. He's struggling. You can see how much he's struggling. Jan now looking down the inside. Racer switching to the inside. Racer is definitely going to pit here. That rear left is too worn. Here he comes into the pits. Now, looking at Jan's tyres, he's got about 33-25%, somewhere in between there on the lefts, and about 15 to 20% on the rights. So Jan's got at least 3 more laps left. So again, this is going to come down to who's going to have the least amount of pit stops, if not a last lap battle between fresher tyres on one of the cars. I'm not sure who it's going to be. Where is Lika? Yes, Lika, come back to the chat. We need to know what's going on in Spinorama. So Jan retakes the lead. Where does Racer come out? He comes out in 2nd place still as he's coming out of turn 2 right now. Shador is 36 seconds behind. Wow. Castle is saying that Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab has the best livery. Interesting. And everyone else is spaced apart. So let's jump down to 3rd place right now of Shador, and let's see how he gets through this track. So here he comes up to the hairpin at 10. Braking in as much of a straight line as possible. I'm not sure if these drivers, if all of them have ABS on. We can check from the telemetry when he applies the brake pedal, but he's looking very stable in that Golden Arrows car. He must, I mean, Max must have set him up with a very nice setup here. You can hear tyres screeching. Now, that doesn't mean he's locking up or anything like that. It could just be that they're just sliding across as he's trying to get through corners with a little bit of understeer there. But the tyre screech it sounds terrible in this game. I think you can actually turn it down in the settings. But he's looking, yeah, quite stable in that car right now, which is great to see. Now, let's jump down to Tom and see how he's getting on as he's just come through turn 12 there on the main straight right now. Again, his livery is looking very sore. Lots of contact with drivers, lots of aggressive driving between lots of different teams here. Everyone pushing each other. But he's looking pretty solid on the track now as well. Going to jump down to 5th place. The Bock and Calls of Platypus hosting the lobby currently. Racing under team captain Bagpuss. They are both in a party together now, so if you've got any insider info, that would be great. But he's looking very stable as well. His tyres are looking decent too. He's got about 4 or 5 laps of fuel left. He's on about 25% wear on the outer left tyres here, since it's a clockwise track. And he should be good to maintain this 5th place, I think, until the end of the race. That will give him 10 points for Bock and Calls. He does have a blue flag coming up. We can see Jan is about to overtake him there. Now moving down to 6 is Ash Wilson. And then behind them is a big battle right now, Fifi and Astro. Fifi is in the BWT Racing Point Force India pink car. I can't remember the name, it's too long. And the default car of Astro is defending him at the moment. So let's see if Fifi can do anything. Everyone's been rooting for Fifi to get a top 5 here. He started off very well. He was holding off Jan and Racer Tay at the beginning. Actually, he's doing a very good job, but he has dropped back slightly. Not too far, though. He's not too far behind. He is a minute behind race leader, but in terms of his position on track with the other drivers around him who are similar pace, he's doing a pretty good job in that number 9 car there. Here he comes up to turn 6, 7, and then 8 and 9. The gap is around 7 tenths. He's not closing in as much as he wants to. He's lost about a tenth there. He's down to 8 tenths now. He's managed to close it back as he goes through the hairpin, but that will pull away slightly. No, it hasn't. It's 5 tenths now and gaining. And let's just jump to Astro quickly. He's only 2.5 seconds behind Ash Wilson as well. Let's see if that gap decreases, because if it does, we might have a 3-way battle going on for 6th place right now. But Fifi is still putting the pressure on Astro right now. He's doing a really good job. Bagpuss saying that they're looking solid on setup and that tyre strat, solid is looking good on setup and tyre strats. So that's good to see. Carter, what's the question? I didn't see your question. Sorry. Oh, is Racer Tay subbing for Spinorama? Well, he's subbing for you right now, if I'm not wrong. I think he's one of the reserve drivers who's filled the spot in Spinorama. Fifi still right behind Astro, just 3 tenths behind now. Fifi getting a bit snappy, big tank slapper as he's coming through 8 and 9 there, but he's managed to stabilize the car through 10, and he is now less than 3 tenths behind. This could be his move now. Now, is he going to pit? Is Ash going to pit? Yes, he is. He's moved all the way to the right side of the track, and he's in the pits, and that's because his left tires are so worn. Now, let's jump to Fifi and see how Fifi's got fresh, super soft tires right there. So, guys, could you let me know how many stops is expected in this race? I'm not sure how many people have done right now, but I think this is the 4th stop for everyone with only 14 laps to go. So I want to know if they're going to have to do a 5-stop or a 6-stop strategy. But right now with 36 laps, we're looking at 9 laps for a single stint. So they will have to pit again after this one, but I'm unsure. So Fifi's 2.8 behind Shador right now. Let's see how close he is to Ash. He's only 1.2 seconds. Shador's not that far behind. People can take such a wide line on the entry into turn 12 there. I always think they're going to understeer and go off the track, but they managed to keep it tucked in. We've got one car off the road there. Let's see who it is. I'm going to have to cycle through everyone. Really sorry about this, but it's the only way I can seem to find out which driver it was. Was it Racer Tay? Let's have a look. So he's just gone through turn 10 now. Exits 11, nice and clean. Looks like he's in a good position. If it wasn't Racer Tay, it must have been the back marker in front of them, but let's wait and see. So here he comes into turn 12. No, he's looking... Oh, he goes deep there. He goes to the outside. Oh, he didn't actually spin. No, he just went a bit wide off track, and that's why it looked like he went super wide there, but he's managed to stabilize it, so that is good. He's coming up to the back marker of Fifi and BJ Robbo right now as well. Fifi pushing BJ, big run for, getting a big run for his money here. We're going to jump up to see, so that's 2 tenths behind Fifi, as he's doing a pretty decent job as they're going through the final corner here. He's getting a little bit of understeer, but he's managed to tuck it in. Racer Tay again going very wide. They're both beating blue flag now, so they're both going to have to get out of the way. But this is the problem with blue flags. They don't want to, because it's going to give up their position in the race, and that may allow the driver, in this case BJ Robbo, to pull away from Fifi. Fifi is not yielding to blue flags right now. He's looking down the inside, actually, at BJ Robbo, and he's got the overtake done. Fifi moving up to 7th place right now, but he's going to be disadvantaged as they go into 7. He's looking solid. Good job, Fifi. Oh, and now Jan's hit the back of BJ Robbo, who is currently a blue flag. BJ Robbo moves out to the outside to allow him to pass. And now Jan is caught up to the back of Racer Tay as well. It's all kicking off here now. Can Fifi maintain his position? Look how much more speed BJ Robbo has as they are coming up to turn 12 right now. All this contact between these two. Fifi's pushed slightly wide, but they've kept it clean, and he's managed to maintain the outside line all the way through turn 12 there. Well done, Fifi. He's on the grass slightly. Let's hope he can keep it clean. No, BJ Robbo has gone down the inside. Fifi does the cutback through turn 1, and he's got that position back. Fantastic driving between these two now. Oh my goodness, sorry about that. We are back though. Fifi doing a fantastic job to maintain 7th position there all the way through 3, 4 and 5. Good job, Fifi. And he's pulling away slightly from BJ Robbo as well, so I'm going to jump up to the top 2 right now. Again, this is going to be a battle between the pit stops, but Racer Tay is currently ahead. But look at the difference between Racer Tay's soft tyres and Jan's super softs. Jan's got some fresh super softs on right now, and he's going to make easy work of Racer Tay. So here comes Jan round the outside of Racer Tay into turn 12. Can Racer Tay defend? Yes, he can. Jan's having to tuck back, and now he's doing the switchback as they come out of turn 12 and approaching turn 1. Jan now has the inside line. Can he break that a little bit later? But trail brake to keep the car tucked in. Yes, he can. And he is now ahead of Racer Tay. So soon, I imagine, Racer Tay's tyres are going to be dropping off. But look, Racer Tay's still got just under half a tank of fuel, which means he still has about 6 laps, 7 laps of fuel left. Has he overfueled his car? Is he going to the end? Lots of questions that need answering. Now, Phil Babbage goes really wide there. Just going to jump to the replay to see what happened. So I think he was just going through the hairpin at 5 and 6. He's got a blue flag right now. Oh, and he gets touched slightly by Jan, and he gets pushed wide. It was a blue marker, though. He could have got off the racing line a bit sooner, I think. But we'll have to wait and see if there's a stewards report about that, because we can't keep looking at the replay right now. So we've got Phil Babbage and Racer Tay in the pits. So let's see where he comes out. Jan is, of course, pulled away already. And Racer Tay has put on fresh super soft tyres. So that is his final stop. See you later, Bagpuss. Thanks to have you with us in the stream. He is now prepping for race 2 because we have the start in around 2 minutes time and the practice starts. So let's hope everyone joins for that. We've got again a battle. I'm going to have to cycle through to see who it is. It looks like it's Astro and Robbo, both of them in the default livery there, green, yellow and black, almost Jamaican flag colours it looks like. Nice to see. Turning into the hairpin at 10 and 11. They're looking pretty good. They're looking pretty good. Now BJ Robbo is actually catching him as well. Let's keep an eye on that gap. It's just over 5/10 right now. It did duck below 5/10 on with the toe. Let's see if he can pull it back on this straight right now. Only slightly. He's only getting 300ths of the second, so it looks like this battle's going to stay the way it is for quite some time. So I'm going to jump to the first place driver right now, who is Jan the man. He'll probably, if he can win this race, he'll probably be in the top tier race next race, because he is performing very, very well since he has his wheel fixed. But where's Racer Tay? He's only 7 seconds behind on fresher tyres, about 20% fresher tyres compared to Jan, if my eyesight is correct. So we could see Racer Tay catching him up. We'll keep an eye on the gap. It's 7.8 seconds right now. Let's see if he can keep it. I don't know if he will be able to, but we'll wait and see. So I'm going to jump down again just to 8th and 9th, because these two default cars are still pushing each other hard. Gap is now below 5/10. But on this track, you need it to be around 2/10 in order to make any kind of overtake stick here. They are catching up to the back of Ash Wilson actually in the Rod and Pollock's car, so there's going to be a battle for 6th place right now. Fastest lap currently goes to Racer Tay, who has a 52.7, so well done there, Racer Tay. Santi is hyped for race 2, as am I. I just hope my voice can make it. I think BJ Robbo is looking a little bit impatient there as they go through the final hairpin. Let's just jump to them and see how close he is. Remember, that gap was just over 5/10 last lap. It's now 3/10, so he is gaining. But then he's dropped back a bit. I just don't think it must be his. Let's have a look at a tyre comparison. You know, he's got fresher tyres as well. He's got fresher soft tyres. Right, so we've got Jan. Where's Jan? Oh, is he glitched out? Oh no. Let's see what happened to Jan there. So Jan is coming through 3, 4, and he just goes straight on. Oh no, I think that could be a wheel. I think his wheel could have disconnected. Oh no, Jan, this is absolutely terrible. What happened there? Is he still... He's still on the track, is he? No, he's left. I think he glitched out. Oh no, that is so unfortunate. He has had network issues, unfortunately. But yeah, Tag here, Phoenix Race Lab is going to have to wait for another wage run, unfortunately. Jan, you're in the stream right now. What happened? That's really sad to see. You've kind of gifted Racer Tay this win right now. Oh, that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But Spinorama Drama is going to take another race win if he can keep it together. He's got 40 seconds to play with only 5 laps to go. Well, 4.5 laps to be exact. Max, Jan disconnected, unfortunately. He got kicked from the lobby. Really, really sad. And now I think, yeah, that's gifted Racer Tay this win. But let's not take that away from Racer Tay. He's put his car exactly where it needs to be. He had a bit less pace, I would say, than Jan today, but still a race win. It wasn't a wheel disconnect, it was a lobby disconnect. Very, very sad. Damn COVID-19 and its crappy internet effect. Damn it to hell. Right, so we're going to jump up to 3rd and 4th as we see Ash Wilson trailing now, looking down the inside of Platypus. What a late braking move right there. It doesn't look like Platypus is going to be able to pull that back, so let's just quickly see how he did that. So he's just coming around the final corner, turn 12 now, really long right-hander. He's got so much more speed than Platypus right now, and here he comes up to turn 1. He just brakes it like a second later and trail brakes, dives down the inside, but keeps his car tucked in enough to defend against Platypus. Absolutely amazing move there, well done. He's now in 4th place. Rod and Pollux have a great debut right now. Oh, we've got Shader and Tom fighting as well. This gap is closed back up. Very nice to see. Shader going deep there into turn 5. Let's hope he can... Turn 6. Oh, he's gone wide again, and that's gifted this 2nd place for Tom. Well, if it's not 2 drivers from Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab getting in the top 10, or top 3, sorry, on the podium, it will be at least 1. Great move from Tom there. And Shador, running in 3rd place right now, has still put in a very solid performance. The Golden Arrows newly sponsored illegal sponsorship from Rich Energy there, under investigation for not putting the OFR logo on the front of the car. Gonna have to wait and see what happens there. And there's only 2.5 laps to go. Let's see where leader is. Well, just under 3 laps to go now. We will ride on board with the leader, Racer Tay, in his debut race in GTS. He won the first Dirt Rally League today. This week. He finished in 1st place in the first race of the season. We raced in Argentina and Australia, I think. I can't quite remember. Very tricky track, but he finished so far ahead, and now he is showing his skills in GTS as well. I'm not sure. I think he's racing in Division 3 later for Formula 1, so we'd love to see how fast he is there. I think he is pretty quick. But if he can keep up this kind of speed, he may be getting MVP OFR award at the end of the season. But he's just coming around the final corner now to start his final lap. Martin saying Tom is so dirty. Ooh. Interesting. Again, cross-team rivalry here. I think there's going to be a flood of incident reports coming in. Let's hope they are kept down to a minimum, because our stewards do have a very difficult time writing all of these reports up, but feel free to submit, and it's always great to make sure we be as fair as possible. But here comes Racer Tom on his final lap, going through the hairpin, coming up to turn 7 right now. Very, very great race. Lots of blog material, Santi, you are right. As Racer comes around the final hairpin, prepares his car for the final back straight. It's his race debut here in OFR GTS League. He is racing in the 2nd tier today, but I imagine he'll be back up to tier 1 as quick as possible. He is about to cross the line in 1st place. That's Racer taking 2 wins this week in Dirt and in GTS. Congratulations, Racer. Next up is going to be Tag Her in the Phoenix Race Lab car, who's actually just finished the 1st sector, and he's going to be taking 2nd place if he can keep it clean through this middle sector and the final sector. Congratulations to you, Tom. Hell of a race. A lot of incidents between you and 3 of the drivers, though. So we'll have to see if you can keep this. Let's hope you can. That's all I can say. But here he comes now up to the final hairpin as he prepares his car. We're going to have another few drivers finishing, so let's jump to Pitch Black right now, who's coming around now for his final lap. Congrats, Pitch, finishing in 9th place, picking up solid 2 points for your team. Well deserved. And next is going to be Phil Babbage in the Buck and Call's car, picking up the final point for your team as well. Congratulations. And next up is going to be Tom with 18 points. Let's not forget Racer Tay also picked up the fastest lap as well. And here comes Shador, last man to cross the line in 3rd place, 15 points for the Rich Energy Golden Arrows. Well done. Really, really great race there. Wow. Now, the next race is going to be starting in 10 minutes time, guys, so make sure you tune into that as well. It's been a pleasure having you here. I will start a new stream for the next race. And yeah, see you in 10 minutes. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And goodbye.